everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Richland One story. I'm your host, Amber Mackey, and I have a very special guest with us today. I have none other than our Induction Teacher of the Year, Miss Julia Turner. Hello, Miss Turner.
Hello. I'm so glad to be here.
I am so excited you're here. Oh my gosh. First of all, let's just jump right in. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey to becoming an educator.
So I am in my second year now of being the early childhood elementary music teacher at A.C. Moore Elementary. I became a music teacher because I've been making music my whole life. So I started really young in like my church's praise band, and then I got involved in music pretty much as soon as I could in school. And so I was making music, playing the clarinet and singing from a young age. When I was in high school, I was in marching band and I was in choir and I was in the musicals. And so I did a little bit of everything. And I realized that I really liked teaching other people as well. And so I decided to major in music education in undergrad, but I started out as instrumental. And then I had, in my first year of college, I was in a pre-K classroom and I was working with these pre-K kids, and I just fell in love. And I realized how much of a difference you can make being sort of that first look into music and those first experiences with music. And so that's kind of where I am today.
I love that. I love that. And you know, some people know what they're called to do when they're younger. So I think that getting involved in different things, like you said, like choir and different things like that, kind of molds you to be who you are, which is really, really cool. So how does it feel to be Induction Teacher of the Year? First of all, tell us a little bit about what that means and what that is, and this extremely great honor.
Yeah, so first off, I mean, it has been so special being nominated for something like this. When my principal said that she wanted to nominate me for it last year, I was kind of shocked because we've got such amazing first-year teachers at my school, now second year. And so it just felt really special being nominated. And then to win felt amazing. And it's been this really cool journey. For those people that don't know, the Induction Teacher of the Year is because I just finished my first full year with the district last year. So now I'm in my second year at the district. And so the Induction Teacher of the Year is for new teachers to the district. And I've just been feeling really honored that I was able to make enough of a difference in my first year to get this award. So everyone that helped me get there has been just so supportive and so kind. And so it's been a really cool award.
You deserve it. Your energy, your love for what you do shines through everything you do. So thank you for all you do. And we're happy to have you in Richland One.
I appreciate you.
So first of all, I want to shout out my elementary school music teacher. She was amazing. Miss Perry always made me feel so safe. Like I could sing from the rooftop, whether my voice cracked or anything. How do you create a safe environment for your children or your students to take risk and kind of like explore music in a different way?
So I would say in my room, I give a lot of opportunities for creating and choice so that students feel like the music that's inside of them is valuable and that when they're creating their own music, they are seen. Everyone in the room is really respectful. That's one of my biggest things. My number one classroom rule is I am kind.
I love it.
Be kind. And so they know that when everyone is in that room, if someone is sharing, if someone is giving an opinion, an idea, that they are listening, they are being respectful so that everybody's voice is heard. But I do a lot of singing activities, moving activities, and then playing on different instruments too. And I think the biggest thing is showing your students that it's okay to make mistakes really early on. I mean, I tell my students all the time, I am not an expert at every single instrument you see me play, but I still show up and play them and show you how to play them. And so I'm going to take risks and I'm going to get outside of my comfort zone as well. And so I feel like if you show that mutual respect of, I'm gonna go out of my comfort zone so you can do it too. And then there's just this level of respect among all the kids where they're really hyping each other up. I'm constantly saying, like, give them some hype no matter what. Like when we get a kid on the drum set for the first time, when somebody is up there, that is so nerve-wracking. But having everyone in the room supporting them and cheering for them afterwards, it doesn't matter whether they were the greatest drum set player or not, or if they just tried. That's the biggest thing for me, is that they're going out of their comfort zone and that we can validate them when they do that.
Oh my gosh, my new thing is going to be give me some hype.
I do that all the time. I really do. I'll be like, give them some hype. And everyone's like, woo!
I love it.
We were even doing that last night. We had this really cool event at my school that's an informant. And that's kind of this new thing in music education. But we have this really cool space called the Secret Garden. And it's right in the middle of the school. And it's so beautiful. And our PTO decorated it with like nice lights and flowers and everything. And the whole point of an informant is that it's like a glimpse, a day in the life in music class. It's not this very structured performance where you come and go. It's a lot of like, all right, second graders, come up and show us this song that you've been working on. And so that was really cool because there were parents and there were faculty there as well that were cheering on the students for trying new things and showing up. And so it was really, really cool.
I love that. Encouraging students to try new things because nobody's perfect. I might mess up a key, I might mess up a tune, but I tried. Yeah. So that's really cool. Give me some hype. Oh my gosh, I love that. Now, being a new teacher, we know that comes with some challenges because you have to learn a lot of new things. Tell us about some challenges that you've had and how you've overcome them.
So I would say my biggest challenge in my first year was starting my chorus program, because the chorus program after school had been at AC Moore for years and years. And so it was already a really strong program. And so stepping into it was a little intimidating for me because I'd never run an elementary chorus before. I'd been in choirs, but having 45 kids in a room after school for an hour long and just trying to figure out management of the group and finding a way to get all the kids engaged and making it so that it was still this like enjoyable extracurricular activity, but also setting expectations and setting high expectations for the group, right? And so that was definitely my biggest learning curve, was like getting to know what worked well for the students, what didn't. And I would say just in general, like working on my classroom management and getting better at that, and just really figuring out what's the best approach for each of the kids and how each class functions, because every class is a little different. Right. And so I think the biggest thing that worked for me was just really getting to know the students, getting to know what worked well for them, what was a struggle for them, and ways that I could give them these sort of goals or strategies to be the most successful that they could.
I love that. Every kid learns differently. I always say that you never know until you get to know them. So I think I love what you said. Finding what works for each student is key, because you never want to force a kid to learn in a way that isn't comfortable for them. Yeah. So we know education has, music has a lot of different benefits when it comes to education. Talk about how music education contributes to students' development outside of the classroom.
I would say a really big part of music education that helps students anywhere they go is that idea of collaboration. You can't be a successful musician without working well with others. And in life, you can't be very successful without working well with others and figuring out strategies on how to work with other people. Because I tell my students a lot of the time, you don't always get to choose who's in your group. You don't always get to choose who you work with, but you need to find ways to work successfully. And so I think collaboration is a big thing. There's a lot of perseverance involved with music, and that's just a skill that you want to learn in life, is that not everything is going to be perfect the first time. You're not going to master something in one go. A lot of the time I'll have students when we're working on something new on an instrument or learning a new song, and they'll say, I can't do it. And I'm like, well, you can't do it if you keep telling yourself that you can't do it, right? And so a big thing I try and tell them is, if you have that mindset, I'm not going to do it, you're never going to be able to do it. But most of the time they'll say, I can't do it. And about 5 minutes later, after a little bit more guidance and a little more practice, they've got it. And maybe it takes weeks. Maybe it takes months. Maybe it takes years. But the whole point of music is that you're constantly building this skill. And so many people, I think, feel uncomfortable taking more than a few times to learn something.
Right.
And I think that's the beauty of music I even tell my students, I've been playing the clarinet since I was 8 or 9, and I'm still constantly trying to get better. And, I spent 4 years in college working on it, and I told them that's years and years. I'm on year, 11, 12 of playing the clarinet, and I still feel like there's more I can master. And so I think that level of I can do it is helping them. Because then if they're in math class and they're like, I can't do it. No, you can do it. It may just take some more practice. It may take some of that perseverance, that determination. So I feel like those are two really big things that come out of music class, because there's really important skills that you need to use that can benefit you everywhere.
I love that. I love that. Never giving up, perseverance. I never thought about that when it comes to music education and how that could help you later in life, not just in school, but like you said, you cannot dictate sometimes who you work with,
right,
or who you want to be in a group with. So I think it's really important that we find ways to connect, because music is so important.
Yeah.
Everyone connects to music so differently, and everyone, they say people connect with different genres, different, artists. So I think that is so cool, and that music is truly the link to a lot of things.
A big thing that I incorporated into my teaching practice pretty early was having students submit song suggestions to use in the classroom. That piece of connecting to different things that students like. Not every student is going to like every song you present to them, but if they give you a song and you go, wow, I could really teach this rhythm through this, or this pitch concept through this, or this musical skill through a song that a student gave you, that's the link. That's the connection.
The link.
And I've had some kids that have really not wanted to engage in class until I started incorporating those song suggestions. And then they were like, that's my song. And that ownership is so cool. That's that connection.
I absolutely love that. Yeah. So let's pivot, because you started a after-school program for Modern Band, right? Mm-hmm. And it's the first one in the district.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us about that journey, what made you want to do that, and how it's going now.
Yeah, so when I was in graduate school at USC, I got involved in Modern Band by going to the Modern Band Summit, which is this big professional development conference in Colorado that's run by this organization called Music Will. And so Music Will is this nonprofit organization that works on getting resources for educators and instruments for educators that teach in a more popular music style. And so it's guitar, bass, keyboard, drum set, vocals, ukulele, and just using those more popular music instruments. And so I got involved in the organization while I was at graduate school, and then I just kind of fell in love with it, and I started using it in my classroom. And so I started an after school group last year with 4th and 5th grade students, where once a week we were working on building those instrument skills. And then we eventually got to the point where we were forming bands, and they were performing these songs like little rock bands.
Wow.
And so that was really cool. And it's been really awesome that this past summer I went with Walter Graham, who's our fine arts coordinator, and Meredith Troba, who's the elementary lead teacher. And the three of us went to the conference together and came back, and we've been doing some professional development with other elementary music teachers in the district. So now Meredith's got a Modern Band program she's starting at her school, and a lot of the other elementary teachers are starting to incorporate it as well. We've got this cluster event at Dreher, and I was able to bring back some of my 6th graders from last year to join my Modern Band kids. And so now those hand students are coming back, and we're collaborating to have sort of our alumni Modern Band, right? But
I love it.
But it's cool because now I'm able to have this connection with Ham Middle School that a lot of my students feed into. And then Dreher's got a rock band as well. So it's been really cool that we're able to kind of grow this program throughout the district.
Once again, music connects different people, different schools. It's just so cool.
It's so cool. Yeah. And just honestly, the biggest thing that I loved was just seeing my students get so confident throughout the year. That was the biggest thing, is my students were telling me, I never thought I could play an instrument on stage. I never thought I could write a song. I never thought I could sing. Like, just telling me these things. That was my biggest takeaway, as I just saw their confidence and like their just ability they felt like they could do it. And they pretty much took the reins of the group. By the end of the year, it was them running the show. They were running rehearsals. They were getting up into the mic and being like, "Welcome, we're the Bobcat Modern Band."
Oh,
it was
wow.
so great. Yeah, no, I got some little divas at AC Moore. I love them dearly.
I love it.
Welcome to AC Moore.
Oh my
loved
God,
it.
that warms my heart.
Yeah.
Them gaining confidence at a young age will make a huge difference as they get older.
Yeah.
I love that. You're making such a difference, Miss Turner. So
you.
great job.
That's the hope. Yeah.
Oh, well, you're doing it. Okay, so I'm putting Miss Turner on the spot right now, but I heard that you have a welcome song that you made.
Okay. Yeah.
She's pulling out her ukulele. I am so excited. Do you mind giving us a snippet
Yeah.
of the song?
Sure. As long as whoever is watching sings along with me.
Guys, you have to promise. Well, if they
you can
don't,
clap with
I
me.
will.
All right, so this is my ukulele. My kids get to see my ukulele pretty much every day.
my God.
And so I wrote this hello song, and it's pretty much how I welcome students into the classroom every day. So I either tell them they can either move that seaweed spine, which means they kind of boogie, or they find a beat, and it sounds like this. Hello, hello, how are you doing? Hello, hello, how are you doing? Hello, hello, how are you today? Hello, hello, how are you doing?
Hello, hello, how are you doing?
Hello, let's sing and dance and play. Clap with me, we go. Yum, ba da 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 dum bum. Yum, ba
I
da
got it
da dum bum. Yum, ba da 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 dum bum. Yum, ba da 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 dum bum.
Oh my
That's how we start
gosh.
class. Then we go around, we sing hello to everybody. So I could go like, "Hello, Amber," and everybody goes, "Hello, Amber."
Hello,
and
Miss Turner.
And so we all say, yeah, it's really sweet. It's a really sweet way to start class. I just think it's like a super welcoming way to get things going. Hello songs were not my idea. It's something I've learned from many amazing music teachers, but I started writing my own songs because it's really nice to be able to find a song that fits perfect for your room and for your people. So yeah.
Every time I'm feeling sad or down, I'm going to go to AC Moore and I want that hello song.
All right,
Are you
sounds good.
kidding me? You are amazing and you are so talented.
Oh, thank
How
you.
cool is that?
Appreciate
Well,
you.
thank you so much for being with us. I
Thank
do
you.
want to ask, we always ask our guests
All right.
one last like fun question.
Cool.
So if you could duet with any musical artist in the world, who would it be?
I think it would have to be Lady Gaga. I love Lady Gaga.
Oh my goodness.
She's
I
my
love
go-to
her.
karaoke person. Like if I gotta sing a karaoke tune,
I love her.
I love my girl Lady Gaga.
I love it. Lady Gaga, if you're
If you're
listening to this or watching this,
come to AC Moore.
and pick me up on the way because I will get on stage.
Yeah,
and,
let's do it.
Oh,
All
we're a
right.
team. Hype me
We don't even need a duo. We're gonna do a trio.
Oh, we
We're
have
gonna-
this. We have this. Oh my gosh. Thank you for coming
Thank
here,
you.
Miss Turner. It was such a blast.
Appreciate you.
Well, that is all for this episode of the Richland One story. I hope that you had as much fun as I did. For all things podcast, visit our website at www.richlandone.org/podcast and be sure to follow us on all our social media accounts. We have Facebook, Instagram, and X, which is formerly known as Twitter. That's all for this episode. And until next time, remember, we are Richland One.